All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today, leading up to the start for the second half of The Walking Dead Season 9, which was supposed to be next Sunday, it was February 10th, but apparently if you have AMC Premiere, it's going to be tomorrow. Subscribe to the dang channel. And yeah, man, you heard that right. So I'll put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and check this one out from IGN. We'll certainly leave our comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this. So the AMC Premiere service, if you guys don't know what this is, it's still fairly new to what they're doing with AMC and with The Walking Dead. And overall, I mean, it's smart, but I think there's pros and cons here that we should probably go through. So if you have AMC Premiere, first of all, if it's available where you live. So if you live in the U.S., I know a lot of you guys don't. A lot of you guys are overseas, that kind of deal. All around the world, people watch The Walking Dead. People love The Walking Dead everywhere. So if you live in the U.S. and you have AMC, you can get what they call AMC Premiere, which is, I guess it's like $5 US per month, which is an upgrade to the network. And I guess part of what they're doing this year, and probably going forward in the future, is you're going to get to see stuff early. Now, they have done some early showings, and they've released like the first few minutes and things like this, additional previews and stuff that the rest of the audience doesn't get for the next episodes that are coming up in the in the future. Like after an episode ends, if you have the Premiere service, you'll get like extra footage that you get to see, prepping you for the next week's episode. But yeah, this year is a bit strange with Season 9. So they're going to do this premiere, this mid-season premiere, a week early. And instead of having to wait, February 10th was the release date for the rest of us. But for those who have Premiere, they're going to get it on February 3rd, which is, check your calendars, tomorrow. Tomorrow. So they say The Walking Dead mid-season return to Premiere after the Super Bowl on AMC Premiere. I don't know, man. This is interesting. So how do we feel about this? I mean, I think if you have AMC Premiere, then you're one of the ones that are pretty excited. You're going to say, well, this is awesome. I can watch it tomorrow then, and I get to see it early, and you create sort of this elitist membership type of deal for people. Like I said, if it's available where they are. Then they get, so for them it's great, and I think that's awesome for them. For the rest of us, I think it makes us a bit maybe jealous that we can't get to see it a week early like they do. So and of course it brings in other considerations as well too. With regards to the videos that we make here in the discussion, I mean, I'm just going to do the usual thing that I do, and if I can watch it early, that kind of thing, then cool. We'll have to see. And maybe I'll post a review Sunday night, but maybe I'll have to wait until the next weekend, like pretty much like everybody else, to watch it after the on February 10th. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna have to check and see if I can get it and what that's gonna look like. So I'll let you guys know kind of as we go along here. If you see a review posted tomorrow night, that's why. That means I was able to actually see it. If not, then you'll have to wait until February 10th if you want to see my review and for us to do discussions on. So, I mean, really, with regards to the channel, with regards to what we're doing, I'm just going to keep doing what we're doing. I'm just going to continue on as per usual. If I get a chance to see it early, and if you guys do, that's great, which would mean like tomorrow night, that'd be cool. If not, then we'll just do the normal review February 10th as per usual, and that will all be, that will all go through as per normal. But yeah, it does kind of mess things up with regards to scheduling, because then you have, again, you create kind of a two separate groups here of Walking Dead fans, where you have the people that they got to see it tomorrow, which is awesome for them, happy for them, and then the rest who don't. So it's what it is. But then again, we can't. I don't think we can't be too mad at them for trying to do something like this. There have to be some perks if people are going to sign up to do the $5 a month upgrade. There have to be some advantages to that, otherwise no one's going to sign up for it. In addition to that, so it's kind of like a way of kind of forcing people to get it, but at the same time, it's just for your hardcore fans. And if you don't do it, then it's kind of like I'm not sure for the future if AMC is going to be able to compete in this online market competitively when you have Netflix and you have Amazon, video getting into it, and you have all these other services and all these other stations. HBO, for example, has always had the subscription model, so you always had to subscribe to it if you want to watch Game of Thrones or you want to watch its premium services. So we'll see how this whole thing goes down for AMC and whether or not they're going to continue to do this. Like I said, I'm happy for everybody who gets a chance to watch it a week early. As fans, I mean, the sooner you can watch it, the better. But it certainly is strange, and I can definitely see if this is a mixed one from you guys, because, like I said, a lot of people are either not going to want to do it to sign up for it, or B, maybe they can't, which could be the case for, I would think, basically everybody who's outside of the U.S. I don't think. I'll have to look into it to see further, because I've looked into it a few times before, but nothing crazy, in terms of detail for other countries and which countries can sign up for it and which countries can't. Because I know that a lot of people watch it on Fox overseas in the UK and places like that instead of direct AMC, depending on their provider and their exact location. So definitely mixed feelings about it, and don't get mad at me if either way. Like, don't get mad at me either way. I'm a big fan of the series, like you guys are. If we can see it early, like if a lot of you guys are able to get the premiere and you want to, then we'll do the review, and do the videos afterwards. If not, but I'll preface the videos at the beginning, but I'll let you guys know where we're kind of at with the show. But it does kind of make things a bit disorganized with regards to where everybody's at, because you don't have everybody at a uniform viewing kind of schedule so that we all know where we're at together. But that's the change of the times. That's the whole Netflix model where you have a whole season all at once. And then, some people will watch it all the way through the first couple days, and other people, if they don't have as much time or whatever, they might not be able to watch it until like a week or two later. So people are not at the same spot in the series. And with this kind of coming in here and kind of becoming probably a yearly thing, like they'll probably do this pretty much every year, I think that's going to become more prevalent. It'll get really strange, though, if they start doing like every episode. I'm kind of like okay with it for the premieres and stuff, because you want to see that early. But if they start doing it week to week, like every week, that's really gonna mess things up and kind of force everybody to sign up if they can, or people online to stream it online or pirate it or whatever they're going to have to do. It's going to push people to want to do that, who want to watch it more quickly. I mean, I think that's going to be one of the byproducts of doing it. And then next, there is another new little Whispers teaser. It's just like 25 seconds, so it's no big deal. It doesn't warrant a whole video, but we'll give our thoughts on it here. Link will be in the description, and there's some cool new little parts to it. You can see it's mostly focused on the Whispers, but it gives us some confirmation of some of the scenes that we've been looking at, like the one where Michonne sort of comes in, and she's got the katana there. And you can see clearly in this one here that one of the walkers is actually a Whisper, because it takes the knife out. So it's pretty cool that the Whisperers are really slick at blending in, right? They conceal their weapons, and then when it's time to reveal themselves or time to fight, then they take it out. So up until then, she's like walking through, or you'd be walking through, and you see these walkers there, and you wouldn't think anything of it, which is really cool. So definitely going to be a Whisperer half, and I'm excited to see everything they do with him here. We've got Alpha. Link will be in the description. Check it if you haven't seen it yet from AMC. Walking through with the oroborous on the belt, which is cool. Just like the comics, straight out of the comics. There was actually a cover in the comics where she had the belt buckle oroborous, so that's cool. I do have to say, though, the voice is quite strange. She definitely doesn't sound like I would have imagined when I read the comics. She's just got a pretty thick, I don't know if it's a southern accent or something. I don't know. It's just different from what I had expected, but I don't want to judge it too early because we haven't even seen the episodes yet. It's just a trailer, so okay. And I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see what Beta sounds like, but okay. A snake eating its own tail. We've got Beta putting on Alpha's mask, which is kind of neat. because you can see that he's kind of subservient to her, and maybe he cares for her, that kind of deal. You've got the Whisperers versus Michonne, which looks awesome. And then there's even a part where Alpha puts a mask on, and it's spliced or it's cut to make it look like it's the same scene as the other one with Michonne kind of coming at them. But I'm not sure if it's the same one. It could be, it could be a different location or something where Alpha's putting on the mask, and it just looks really scary. It looks really cool. And then we see some corn as you've got some of them, some of the survivors going through there, the members of Magna's group, and it just reminds me a lot of like Children of the Corn or like one of these classic horror movies. So it's really cool to see The Walking Dead get back to what it's supposed to be again, which is a long-running horror series. Nothing like that's really ever been done before in this way with zombie apocalypse. But it's really cool just to see the corn. It just reminded me of that movie because I think that was the first horror movie I saw when I was a kid, was Children of the Corn, and it scared the hell out of me. It's pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. You've got Beta killing someone. Again, it's probably just like we've said many times with death predictions, that kind of stuff. Going forward to this half, there's going to be probably a lot of C characters, or like just kind of they're part of the survivors, but we've never even seen them, and Beta's killing one of them or whatever. It looks like she's like down, in the mud or something like that, or a little trench type area, and then he's above, and you can see. So it looks bloody. It looks like the Whisperers are getting getting bloody, man. You've got Alpha with blood like all over her hands, and so far really cool, man. All the previews and everything we've seen for her, she really is playing it like she's a horror movie character. She's not playing it just simply like she's a normal human being at this point. She's going after it like she is a woman possessed, or she's going after like she's just like this, like a classic horror movie type of character. Very scary, very trippy and weird and strange, and it's just really cool, man. Really scary. And then you've got the Whisperers kind of uniting as you have kind of them again, very horror movie-esque. Like you can't see her facial expressions, but I get the sense that it's like you got all these Whisperers around, and they're all just like they're freaky, right? On purpose. They're just so strange. So it's and then it rolls out with the credits saying February 10th, but it's not, because, it is for the rest of us. So it's a cool new trailer. Check it out if you guys haven't seen it. I do like it a lot. I like all the Whisper stuff right now. And, I'm excited to see this happen, to see what they do and what the future of the series is. Damn, man, it's been 9 years, but all this time, it's like, how much steam does The Walking Dead have left? I don't know. What is it going to feel like? I don't know. Same thing with the first half of Season 9, just totally treading new territory, and we'll have to see how we like it or we don't. We'll see, right? As a community. Antonio Nestich said, just seen the new clip. Looks like Daryl's the new leader of the Hilltop. Well, Norman Reedus has come out and said that he's not going to be Rick 2.0. He's not going to be the leader in this way. He's not that type of character. So we'll see if maybe he gets pushed into that role without maybe possibly wanting it. I was thinking, based on his interviews, that maybe Tara would be the one that would just kind of stay in that, as strange as it is. But Daryl is the one that goes out to meet Alpha when she's at the Hilltop. We've seen that. So we know that, or we already knew that from the time, the first half ended. It was in the first promo trailer we saw, which I did videos on in the channel that you guys can see if you haven't seen those. Vulgar Display of Power says, do you know if it's going to be an extended episode? I don't know. We could probably check the menu and see how long the block is for, if you have like a cable, if you have cable and you have, the amount of time it's set for. But I haven't heard any news that it's going to be extended, I don't think. However, with The Walking Dead, we used to make kind of a big deal when they did extended episodes. Now, especially after Season 8 and Season 7, where they just started leaving in pretty much all the stuff. They're like, take time out of Talking Dead or whatever, and just leave everything in The Walking Dead. Because, don't cut that many scenes. And if you look at the Blu-rays and the DVDs, there are not that many deleted scenes because they just leave them in. They're like, screw it, we'll just leave it in. Because why would we take it out? People are going to watch it as soon as The Walking Dead's over. Like, more than half the people turn off the TV or they change the channel. So if you've got an extra 10 or 20 minutes, just leave it in. And do them all extended or whatever. So Season 8 was a lot like that, where it's like almost every damn episode was extended, or a lot of them were extended anyway. It was kind of strange sometimes when they weren't. And then there was an update, another link in the description, to another lawsuit around The Walking Dead, if you guys haven't heard about this one. The Dead Ahead lawsuit involving David Alpert, The Walking Dead, and there was another comic, Dead Ahead, that was done. So apparently they're being sued, and apparently for this as well too. And apparently AMC tried to get it dismissed, but it didn't. I believe it did not get dismissed, so the case was not dismissed, so it's going to go further, right? So here, what defendants essentially seek is summary judgment because they stray beyond the four corners of the complaint and into factual disputes over the similarities and differences between Dead Ahead and Fear the Walking Dead. So this one's about Fear the Walking Dead, and specifically Season 2 when they were on the Abigail on the water. And they're trying to make a case from Dead Ahead that idea was taken from that comic, and so somehow that's copyright infringement or intellectual property theft. Well, whatever. You guys know this whole song and dance. So you can check it out if you want to as well too. I just thought the whole thing was silly, but I guess maybe it's not so silly if it's going to go on forward. I mean, it's kind of crazy to say, like, okay, if you did a comic about zombies in the water, whatever, and it wasn't even like the same kind of I don't think zombie apocalypse type of deal as what The Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead would do, which is kind of like a more classic type of dumb walkers, not the smart walkers and not fast zombies in the water. And I thought it was pretty good. Not that many people liked Fear the Walking Dead's first couple seasons, though, so I do have to say that. I liked it. You guys remember, you saw my reviews for it. It's what it is. But I didn't think they had much of a case, but apparently maybe they do, because it hasn't been dismissed yet or thrown out yet. So another lawsuit around The Walking Dead that's going to go on for a year. They've got probably, 3 now? They've got maybe more, probably like 4 or 5. So I guess it just, when things, when something goes really well, people start calling their lawyers, seeing if they can get themselves some, or maybe just that maybe it was honestly, I don't know, right? Maybe it wasn't dismissed yet, so maybe there was something to it. I don't want to just blow it off right away and say, well, there's nothing to it. Maybe there was. Maybe that is literally where the idea was taken. I don't know. So we'll see how that whole thing works out and let you guys know in a few years, if it's not 5 or 10 years from now, which these things tend to go like that, how it all wraps up. Anyway, that'll be it for today's video, guys. Tomorrow night, let's see how this thing goes. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think. AMC premiere. People getting to see it a week early. How are you feeling about it? Are you enraged? Are you jealous? Are you upset that other people get to see it early? Or are you happy because you're a subscriber to Premiere? How many people subscribe to Premiere? Leave a comment about that below too, because I don't even know how many people actually have the service. So leave the comments. And if you guys like today's video, please thumb it up below. You can also share, you can favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to subscribe. That's it for this one. I'll see you guys again soon for another Walking Dead video, probably tomorrow. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.